As the task force looks at what started the fire at the Weaver fertilization plant, 2 wants to know is looking at the age of the plant. Of course, we know it was built in 1939, and if the fire and chemical storage codes were enough. The Winston-Salem Fire Department inspected the plant in December, and it passed. But it's inspected under the code that it was built under, and that's 80+ years old. So I asked a member of the North Carolina Building Code Council about that, and if the codes are as outdated as they seem to sound.
Buildings that are used that store hazardous materials would typically fall under our current codes. And so even if those facilities were built in the early 30s, when you have processes that has changed, our kind of codes kind of support some of those processes.
So Shepard says codes are updated and changed over the course of time. And while every business is not required to adhere to every single code change, that doesn't mean that there aren't some updates along the way. He points to the Hamlet chicken plant fire in 1991. He says the office created a new directive to start inspecting commercial buildings. It hadn't happened before. He says he calls that a turning point. In the same vein, Shepard says depending on what is found at Weaver, codes could change, and that would go through the council.
The changes that occur because of situations, right? So it may very well be that depending on a situation through a fire investigation, that if it determines that there's X quantity of said material, and it may be a code proposal to either reduce that quantity or increase it.